It's almost fall. It's the perfect time of year to be thinking about football season. So we are going to make some mini party tacos, perfect for any game day, for whenever you're having a bunch of people to the house, or just for a fun family game night. I'm going to start by cutting up a whole onion. We're going to dice this up real small. So now that we have our onion diced up, let's get our ground beef on. So I've got just a little over a pound of ground beef here. Alright, we are going to season this up with our Blackstone Street Taco Seasoning. So to this, we're going to add 1 can of refried beans. We're just going to plop that refried bean right there. Kind of mix that up with our ground beef. Alright, once you got that refried beans kind of nicely incorporated into the meat, we're going to throw in our onion. We're going to let those onions just start to cook. We don't want them necessarily cooked all the way down. Okay, once your meat and beans and onions are all kind of cooked through, we're going to pull them off, put them in a bowl here. Then we're going to get our griddle cleaned off. Alright, to this I'm going to add some red taco sauce here. So just add a little bit of flavor, maybe a little bit of heat. Just mix that up all through here. Okay, so now we're going to assemble our tacos. So we're using, these are mini tacos, so we are using street corn size taco shells. I've got the white corn tortilla street corn tacos shells. These, I chose the corn tortilla because I want these to almost like fry up crisp, almost like a nacho chip. And of course those are made out of corn tortillas, and so I kind of figured these will hopefully fry up and get kind of crispy like a tortilla chip. So I'm going to spread out several of these tortillas. We're going to make a whole bunch of these at one time. To each of these, I'm going to add some quesadilla shredded cheese. This will melt on there, make them nice and cheesy. We're just going to put those across the bottom there, almost like you would a quesadilla. Since these are small, you just need a little pinch per taco. Then, to each of these, I'm going to add a spoonful of our taco mix. Alright, so we're going to dollop some of our meat mixture onto each of these. Try not to overfill them. That can be real easily done with the tiny street taco shells. I'm trying to keep my dollop off to one side, and let's kind of see why in just a minute. So like I said, we want to fry these up almost like a tortilla chip. So I'm going to put down some oil on my griddle, let that get good and hot. So now we're going to pick these up, kind of pinch them together. And we're going to set them gently into that oil. I've got my heat on low so they don't overcook while we're putting these all on here. So we're going to flip this one. Ooh, look at that. These that are open, ow, we're just going to flip them closed like that. So the heat being on low with these is allowing me to monitor them and they not overcook on the outside, but I do want them to crisp up. So if it seems to be taking too long for you, you can turn your heat up a little bit. Alright, once these look done to you, about like this, We're going to pull them off and kind of let them drain and cool off a little bit over here. Break one open. See that cheese in there? Alright, so we're going to dip these in a little queso. You could dip them in guacamole or salsa or whatever you want. Almost like a nacho. Has that cheesiness in there, the crunch from the onion, that savoriness from that meat, that seasoned meat with the beans. I'm going to double dip because it's mine. These are really good. Let me know in the comments, what do you like to put on your tacos? Would you give these a try? Till next time, thanks for watching.